So, yeah, I just wanted to make a really quick video to update people on some of the stuff that's going on with my photos. So as I mentioned before, I'm running late on the photos. I took over 10,000 photos and just sorting them and editing them is taking me a little bit more time. But just to educate people on what that means. So basically, there's a lot of people who take a photo and then play with some of the filters and then they're done. However, that's not what I do. So especially for my large format photographs, my photos, the largest photograph that I have to date is 44 inches in height and 17 feet in length. With a high resolution 300 DPI and yeah. So what that means is to make a photo like that is I actually take multiple images and then I stitch them together using Photoshop. It's called a digital composite. So I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I do to make this happen. I'm working on one photo right now. Photos can take anywhere from as short as 8 hours to create up to 30 hours depending on how things line up and pixel quality. So I also edit down to the pixels. So if photos don't line up just right, if there's a power line in the way or a multitude of power lines going all which ways that don't connect, I will either manually connect them, manually stitch photos together, or edit them out all together. So yeah, so if you're wondering how can I take so long to create 50 photographs, it's because some of the photographs take 30 hours to create on their own. So I will show you what that looks like as I reverse my camera. Okay, so I do have a high-tech screen recorder program that I could be using, but I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna use up some of my RAM and I just don't have time for that. So I'm sorry for all the pixelation. Yes, this is just my computer screen, as ghetto as that is. I'm gonna show you guys what I've done with this photo here, okay? So, for example, I have these digital composites that I'm working with, okay? Now, when I was in McLeodganj in India, northern India, this beautiful rainbow situation happened, okay? Sorry, I'll just adjust it. There we go. This beautiful situation happened. Now, I ran all the way down the street to capture this moment, and recognizing that this was going to be something that I want to make a ginormous image, I then began taking multiple images to be able to stitch this together so when it then becomes a high resolution image. Rather than just taking one snapshot and losing all the details of the things that are going on, I now took, how many photos is this? Let's see here. I'm at 14 selected, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 photos. So I stitched 26 photos together. Again, the importance for me here is getting high resolution images. So rather than just taking one giant snapshot and trying to get this rainbow here and getting, I don't want to lose the quality of the integrity of the landscape and the details that are going on in there. So for example, this tiny village, not a tiny village, what am I talking about? This area over here of all these housing complexes where people live. I'm going to select just one of those photos and show you how much detail there is in that photo. That's why when I do print this photo, or it is officially released to the public, that this photo can be printed with perfect resolution as large as 44 inches to 44 inches tall to about 70 inches in length. Okay, so here we have lots of things going on. There's people, there's actually, I don't know if you can tell, but that's actually an eagle. They had a brown eagle flying all around. There's multiple in the trees. They're just beautiful birds. So let's see if I can, oh, my program's a little bit glitchy right now. Normally I should just, there we go. Wow, that's simple. Okay, so here's a brown eagle sitting in the tree. There's people standing on their patios. There's a gentleman right here you can see. So yeah, so this rainbow photograph is actually going to be quite large. So going back into Photoshop here, when I did stitch it together, this is already an improved version of what it looked like. So I stitched those 20 something images together to arrive at something roughly like this. Now I already edited the corner here because when you do stitch a photograph together, it gets kind of warped, okay? So I already stitched all of this together, and then there's some of these nasty power lines, and there was power lines all throughout the sky here. As you can see, they're still kind of connected. One of them was running through the rainbow. These three were running through the side here. And then I will go through the image, tightening up all of the stitchings, which I've been working on it since last night. Here's just an example of how some of them are gonna not disappear. This takes many hours for me to get rid of these power lines. But again, let's just take a moment to scroll into this photograph, which I'm really excited for. Let's go back and see that eagle right here. And yeah, don't mind the pixels of the phone recording the screen of my computer, but the image is quite clear, and it's going to be really beautiful once it's printed at a very large scale. There's going to be so many details that really you can look at these photographs for hours and never really see every aspect of it. So yeah, that is why these 10,000 photographs are taking me forever, because there's multiple digital composites within the selection of 10,000. Yes, of course, there's definitely photographs where I only took one and that was it. But there's several in here. Even the Taj Mahal was a digital composite. So that I believe was 15 photos to construct the large photograph of the Taj Mahal, which I think is 30 inches tall by 65 inches in length. So yeah, thanks for watching.